Hi, how you doing? My name's Tina. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading today for one of these cards here. All the cards have the signs written on them, and I like to look at it at the end, but you'll know at the beginning. I'll put it on there on the outside. It's, it's just a little game I play with spirit. Okay, so I'm doing spirit reads today, spiritual reads, and what we're trying to find out is what's happening for the summer for you guys, sign by sign. And we're going to do June, July, and August. So we're going to invite in angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Please guide me to give a clear and accurate message for the sign on the top card. Thank you so much, Spirit. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, 6 of them came out. We're just going to take 3, and I didn't even look at the other 3. I'm just going to look at these 3. So the first one's take a break. Like it says, life's work. It's a life's work, not a season. So get off the treadmill. That's what it says. So I feel like, you know, they're just trying to remind you to like stop and take a look around you. We'll see what that means in a minute for you specifically. But I feel like sometimes we get in such a rush that, and like we're just trying to like accomplish this and this and this and this, and we always have a list. And I mean, there's, you know, there is a need for that at times, but they're asking you to slow down and pay attention to what's around you, and realize that, you know, it takes a person's whole entire life, you know, to work things out. It's not a race, and it's not something that you have to. When I feel like a treadmill, it's like you're going, but you're not really getting anywhere to, you know what I mean? You're not going anywhere. You're just kind of doing the same thing over and over and not really, well, you're not outside, you know, you're not talking in nature, you're not tapping in, basically. So they're asking you to like get off the treadmill and tap in a little bit. And the Sisterhood of the Rose came out. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So I feel like you're probably being called to do that, or else there's one coming into your life that you might want to take a look around for. And then the third card is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So it looks like it's going to be a summer of self-discovery for you, and possibly, you know, being introduced to your soul path of being a teacher or some kind of spirit work, you know. So I'm going to clarify with John Holland's Tarot of the Heart. It's a really spiritual deck, and I really love it. Hey, while I'm shuffling, I want to tell you guys thank you for liking, sharing, commenting on my video. It really helps this channel. And this is what I am manifesting. So, so thank you for your part in it. And I just really wanted to let you know how much I appreciate it. My channel is growing really fast, and I'm really excited about it. And so I want to thank you guys, all the new subscribers, all the ones who started and were with me at the very, very beginning when I only had like 5. Thank you, the first 5. And thank you for the 140 some that I have today. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so here we go. We got a couple of cards on this take a break. Yeah, it's exactly what I said. It's like you need to change your focus to something else besides whatever you're focusing on, because your third eye is blocked. And Spirit is definitely trying to get a hold of you. And then the next one is the Five of Cups, which is a card of, sadness. It's like really grieving, mourning. It's a mourning card. But this card is asking you to change your focus. Like, I get mourning, trust me, I really do. But I really love this card because because sometimes we can get stuck in like this thing where we're just sad about whatever we lost, and we get these inner struggles, and then our third eye is blocked because of it. So you got the Five of Swords, the Mourning card, and then the third eye being blocked. So I feel like the Spirit team is trying to get a hold of you, probably, maybe even by this, with this message, maybe. Trying to tell you, like, slow down and change your focus from whatever you've been focusing on. I feel like sometimes, we can get really stuck in a place, especially if we lose something, like, and I'm talking about like a breakup or a death in the family or anything like that. It's hard. It's really, really hard, and we get stuck in it. Spirit's saying, hey, will you look over here for a minute? Because I have something for you. I see that you're struggling inside, but if you just pay attention with that third eye, I have something for you. You know what it is? It's your wish fulfillment. It's your dreams coming true. They're coming true. So I feel like what they're asking you to do is change your focus from whatever it is that you lost. This could be, like I said, anything. It could be a death, a breakup, a fight with your mom. Take your focus off of that for a minute. And maybe take some deep breaths. You're trying to open your third eye here. I think, like, while you're taking the deep breaths, I think that you should try and concentrate on some of the things that you would like to have in your life. And sometimes while you're in mourning or, in the grieving spot, it's hard to even think of one thing. Like, what do I want? I don't know. It's hard. And so they're asking you to please try and do that. And I really understand this. But it's about kind of focusing. A lot of times for me, it's like if I garden, I'll go out and plant flowers or weed or whatever, especially in my own home, in my own yard. I can really tap in, and then I can start thinking about other stuff, like how beautiful the flowers are and touching the dirt. And then I'm like tapping into Mother Earth, and how can you can't really stay sad when you're like tapping into Gaia. She's so full of love. So your dreams are coming true here, but it's going to require you to slow down, take some deep breaths, and focus on what you want, because Spirit wants to give it to you. They want to bring it, whatever it is, your wish fulfillment. So start thinking about that, concentrating on it, and tapping into the elements: earth, air, water, and fire. You can do it with a candle, digging in the dirt. You could take a hot bath, throw some salt in it, light a candle, and then do deep breathing in there. And that gives you all 4 elements. So I would suggest trying to do that. And yeah. So Sisterhood of the Rose is the second card. This is for July. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. Okay. So I feel like the need for you to go in and focus on something else is because you have a higher calling, and whatever you lost probably is pushing you there. But you know, sometimes we can be pretty deep in the grieving process, and I understand that again. But this is saying like, hey, there's a reason that you did that. Your soul knows what it is. Tap in. Figure out what that reason is, why. Because when you figure out the truth, and that's what you'll figure out when you do the meditation and you talk to your soul, you know, this is the Ace of Swords. It's a brand new beginning in truth. It begins with truth. But look what's happening as that guy receives that truth. You see the butterfly coming out of his hand? Yeah, it's a transformation. So there's some kind of truth coming. It's probably the fact that you're a teacher, you know, and that you're going to be using all this knowledge from pain and whatever to help other people. That's what I see. Because it's clarifying the teacher card. It looks to me like you're going to have lots and lots of choices in where you can take this beautiful gift. You know, this is about thinking about what you want, daydreams and decisions. You're thinking about all of the dreams you've always had, and then you're thinking about the new ones. The new ones now after the enlightenment. They're different. They're probably different. And they might be not different, you know. They could be the same, or one or two of them is, you know. But it could be some new, brand new thing. You're like, whoa, Spirit gave you the idea. See, Spirit's giving you a new path here with that. It's the teacher path, you know. Do you see how bright it is? It's going right toward the light. So see, you have something really special to do. It just requires you to like slow down, take some breaths, and listen to Spirit. Listen to your own soul. Okay, and then the mirror. That's asking you what triggers you. Important to know that if you're going to be a teacher. So you get this knowledge in July that you're a teacher. You somehow come across it, like, oh my God, and there's a new path illuminated. You're going down the path now. And all of a sudden, this mirror card comes up. This can be people coming into your life that behave in a way that you have behaved before. That's what the mirror project is, you know. Like, there's people in your life. What was I going to say? Okay, so when I was younger, when my parents were still alive, I remember, like, me and my mom just didn't get along. We didn't. We could never see eye to eye. We fought about everything. And I remember talking to my dad about it one time, and I'm like, why do we always fight, Dad? And he's like, he laughed, and he goes, it's because you're exactly the same. And I was like, no, we're not, you know, like, I'm nothing like her. But the truth of the matter is, we were exactly the same. And so every time we got into a fight, it was because one of us was acting like the other one, and it was too much. It's like, God, that's an ugly behavior. That's an ugly behavior, but neither one of us were smart enough to figure that out. Only my dad saw it at the time. But that's what I'm talking about, you know, like that mirror image of some behavior that you hate. And, wow. Okay, so we got quite a few cards for this last one, and so we got 6, and 3 of them, so half of them, are major arcanas, which means that's part of your soul deal, you know. We all have to go through these 22 steps lots of times in our life, like more than once, about a million different things, you know? So I'm going to tell you what it's saying to me. So first of all, you're seeing your darkest fears. When you see behavior like that, you're seeing your darkest fear because maybe you didn't realize it, but you behave that way, the kind of behavior that's triggering you, right? And it makes you feel like the Nine of Wands. This is about being hurt. And we get to choose what to do with that information. You know, we can sit and be guarded and not let anyone in our life, or we can really look at every single thing and see exactly like how it changed us. You know, every single one of those pains, you know, every breakup, every fight with your mom, you know, and how that actually made you grow at some point. And that's what you're seeking the truth about here. You're peeling behind the veil, and you're looking to see what is the truth here. Why does this trigger me so much? Well, it's because your intuition is showing you something that you need to work on, something that you need to change, something you need to get out of that fear, you know, because it's the first card was the fear. And it's a deep fear. It's called the Nightmare card in all the decks. But this one is called your darkest fears. So I feel like that's what triggers you is fear. They're asking you to embrace a new cycle. Let go of that fear and embrace something brand new. When you recognize a behavior in someone else and you're like, man, that is ugly. And you're like, shit, I used to do that. And you kind of make a mental note and you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to do that ever again because that was icky. I just saw it in another person and it was gross, and I can't believe I used to do that. So it's letting go and it's opening up to something brand new. Embrace it. It's a brand new cycle. You see, you've journeyed all the way through with this 21. It's the last card. That means the next card is the 0 card. You get start all over with a new lesson. This lesson is over, you know, this lesson of the 9 wands, and it's faded. They're asking you to just go with the flow. So in August, they're going to show you a bunch of stuff. Spirit is. You're going to see so many things, and it's going to be like a reflection for you. It's going to be scary. It's going to be ick, you know, like, oh, did I really do that? And then it's going to be like, I'm not going to do it anymore. It's okay. It's how we grow, you know. A lot of times people will come into our lives and mirror us on purpose. You know, it's soul plan. That's kind of what the twin flame journey is about. And, you know, I don't know if you believe in that or not, but I've looked into it. And so it's like this human being who's just like you know, in some respects, right? And so they come and maybe they hurt you over and over and over, and you just don't understand why. And you look for the truth in it, and then finally you realize, like, I've done that same thing to people, you know, I've done that. And so little by little, this twin flame, if it's a twin flame, I don't see any cards of twin flame. I'm just using that as an example. I'm just saying that sometimes we have it arranged so people come in, show us some kind of shit behavior, and then we look at it, we see ourselves in that behavior, and then we change, you know. So I think your intuition is going to be spiking in August, big time. It starts in June. Your third eye opening starts in June, And then in July, you're going to be shown something brand new, some kind of truth that changes everything. You're going to see a path illuminated, a new path. And I think it's some kind of spiritual thing. Like it says mystic, teacher, or what else? Priestess. Yeah. So who knows what that means for you, which one that is. But I just kind of like, I'm going to use teacher as an example. But I think that they're going to illuminate this path for you. I do think you're going to have lots of choices, so it could be tricky, but it will be the one that calls you with your third eye, the one that you see, the one that you actually might not even be able to believe it. It'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm on this path. Spirit just moves you right on there. The thing is, it ends up being your wish fulfillment here. I see it right here. Like your wish fulfillment comes, you get on this new path. It's destined path. And it takes you all the way through a whole cycle, and then you get to start a new one. Something better. I feel like I don't need to clarify any of these cards because they tell the story very well. I'm excited for you guys. Let's see who this is for. It's for Scorpio. That's exciting for you, Scorpio. So, whatever that is, they're asking you to just go with the flow. And because this mirror thing, this is going to be August, where someone actually shows you some behaviors that actually are yours, and that is a tricky situation. It's like, yuck. Sometimes we're in denial about it. I don't see you doing that because you're seeking truth. And then I think what's going to happen is you're going to figure out that the 9 wands that have stabbed you, like, 9 wands, it's kind of like, that card is like, what am I trying to say here? It's the Wounded Warrior card, right? That's what they call it. It's a PTSD card. So definitely some kind of PTSD activity going on there. But the thing is that each one of those events gave you a gift. They changed your path, or they showed you something new. And I feel like once you figure that part out, you're going to understand what the teaching's all about. Because you're teaching what you learned from those 9 wands. So you don't have to live in PTSD. You can be grateful for it because it gave you something, And I know it's really hard to get to that place where you believe that. I really do. I have PTSD too, or I used to. And I just finally figured out why it happened. And it was just such a big thing that for 30 years I struggled, and then I let it go because I finally figured it out. I'm like, God, thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to have this path so that I could understand this one thing. And that's what it did for me. So I feel like, that's what's happening to you too, because you're seeking the truth about it. You're peeling back the veil. You're investigating. You're talking to Spirit. You're actively searching. So when anybody actively searches for the truth with Spirit, they find it. Your third eye will open up, and you'll be like, oh, I get it now. And you'll be letting go all of that old shit and embracing your new mystic lifestyle, or your teaching, or whatever it is that's calling you. So just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, because you've got a lot of cool stuff coming. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for following me here. I appreciate it. Have a great day.